Hello and welcome to the Toy Box Awakens podcast. This week, episode 19. I'm your host, Timotheus Prime, and I love cookie dough ice cream.
Hey everybody, this is Bran, and I just wanted to stay ready, titty, fresh, and fruity.
And this is Necro. I love me some bear tracks.
Oh yeah, it's all about the ice cream. And if you have any questions or concerns, or like to know more about us in the podcast, you can email us at toyboxawakens@gmail.com. And just don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us what you think, and post. Let us know what you like and what you dislike. So, starting up first this week, we're going to get to some gets. And not too many gets, but enough to keep the appetite palate a little wet, a little moist, a little hungry. It's all good. So, Bran, what's your gets?
Not a whole lot, just some retail stuff. Managed to find the RID version of Windblade and Scorponok. Saw the Scorponok before I saw Paralon, but then that's the version I wanted, so I picked him up. Great little figure. Windblade definitely has a different color scheme than the Titan's Force SDCC set. And then today I found Wave 2 of the Legends for Titan Masters, Rumble, Ravage, and Laserbeak. So even though they are repaints and it goes against my repaint rule, I've already stated, and with Titan Returns there is no such thing as a repaint rule. I'm getting them all. So definitely like Ravage more than Stripes. Stripes, the original version of that mold was terrible, but Ravage is better.
Well, yeah, it's Ravage.
Yeah. And then yesterday I ordered the SDCC Kre-O Sergeant Slaughter and his Triple T tank, the tag team from the Minotaur tank. It's the perfect size to go with my Defiant launch complex. I've got two vehicle bays built into the crawler, and it fits beautifully right in there. So he's in there all ready to rock and roll. Actually, really, really cool little set. I highly recommend it.
Right on. Yeah, you're very talented at Legos, Brian. Very talented.
Well,
very talented.
But this set, it had instructions, so it didn't really take a lot from me. Other than that, that's about it for me.
All right. Necro Oblivion, what gets did you get for us this week? And tell us all about it.
Alright, so this week I caught up on Titan's Returns. I was a bit jealous of y'all who've been getting the Wave 2 Deluxes in. So I finally got Wave 2 Deluxes, including Chrome Dome and Mind Wipe.
Where did you find yours? Because I've only seen them at Walgreens.
I found mine through my online retailer instead of paying $20 at Walgreens. It's just easier for me, like, hey, look, got them all in one swoop. So online retailers, thank you. But I managed to get that set, as well as the Legend set that Bran just talked about, and also throwing an order for that Soundwave. So I'm caught up. Hooray! Happy about that. I also got in the same shipment the Transformers Adventures version of Scorponok, who has a really, really sweet paint job. Man, he's got this really cool like metallic green going on that you don't see in the retail version. And what was fun is I visited a friend yesterday, and I brought him a copy of Paralon because I found the next one in my area. And so I got to see all three versions of that mold on display. And it was really neat to look at them and just go, hey, look, it's a little scorpion band. And he may have threw out a couple of Aqua Teen references regarding scorpions and banjos, but it's all in good fun. So that is it for my transform. Oh, one more. It's a little bitty baby, a little cute chibi pink assassin with her blue blades of justice. And man, this is a fun little figure.
Mine is on my way.
You're gonna be so happy with it. So she comes with the two little blue translucent swords, a blue gun, and herself. And you got the little chibified face, huge eyes, great sculpt detail on this for a small figure. And the alt mode is okay. It's not the best. I don't think we're buying this for the alt mode. So
Iron Factory's not known for the good alt modes. Just she's cute.
Yeah, she's cute and she goes well with the Windblade that we've been having for a while. So, yeah, worth it. Other than that, because I like to add on to my list of Harley Quinn items, I have the first Suicide Squad statue based off of Harley Quinn. I also got in a DC Designer Series Darwin Cook Harley Quinn figure, as well as the latest Batman Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. So, lots of Harleys for me this week. And
Did I hear right that we're looking at a Harley Quinn solo movie after the wonderfully received Suicide Squad?
yes,
Yes.
they can just.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had that right.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, it's Margot Robbie for an hour and a half. I don't care what she does as long as she's dressed like Harley Quinn. That's gonna be
we're all
amazing.
gonna go watch that.
Yeah, opening night, the night after, maybe a couple times after that. It's all good. And then just to finish off my gifts this week, I got the SH Figure Arts Naruto in Sage mode because he trained under one of the great Sanin, Jiraiya, and Jiraiya was like a frog. Well, he studied under the frog, so eventually he had all this like land of frogs teaching him their powers and techniques, and passed that on to Naruto at one point. So hooray for that!
Right on. Is that all? So that's all your gets this week, Necro?
That's all my gets.
All right. I guess it's on to me now. All right. This week, I talked about it last week, but I actually have them in hand. I got my Cybertron Optimus Prime and Anime Blur, courtesy of mazintotoro. Thank you, Josh. You're the man. He's awesome.
He's gonna love it. Look, Tim, he's gonna love it that you actually said his name correctly, and he's not here.
He's like,
I just had to throw it out.
And I'll never get it right ever again.
Nakamura.
And so, yep, and he's great, and he comes with 2 force chip ignition. He's complete. He comes with a little matrix. I'm quite happy. And paying only $25 for him plus shipping, I have no complaints. Zero.
that's a good figure. That holds up.
Right.
Yeah. So, thanks again to our founder of this podcast and of Toy Box, Awakens, mazintotoro. And my last toy gets, and then I'll let Necro take over for the news, and I'll be right back. I have Animated Blur, and he's fantastic and awesome. So that's it, and now on to the news.
All right, so this week in the news, we're going to go with a recurring topic, which is the animated Combiner Wars series. We're now at episode 7 of what I believe is an 8-episode season. And this time around, the episode just failed. A lot of things could be said about it. I know we're coming to the climax of the series. We left off last episode with Starscream having the artifact, which is the Enigma of Combinations, and he essentially enveloped 2 dead Transformers and became this huge, monstrosity.
He absorbed all 4.
Oh, he absorbed both.
And Victorion and Devastator as well.
Okay.
I think those 2 became the legs, and Computron and Minosaur became the arms, and he will form the head.
Woohoo! Yeah. So, well, thank you for that. Yeah, I know he had the 2 dead ones. I forgot about the other 2.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell as of now because they did this overlay of a big Starscream, but you could, if you look real closely, you can see you can point out different parts of the binders underneath. Yeah. Which now that actually the visual looks, and I will always say the visuals on this show, especially knowing that it's kind of rushed and you're only getting about 40 minutes in. I love the visuals, but it just went nowhere this time around. Starscream, ha ha ha, I have all this power. Uh-oh, I don't know how to control the power. What the hell's going on?
Well, talk about a train wreck of an episode. I got to say that, you know, the whole... I don't know what they were doing. Okay, Starscream turns as a pink cloud. He's destroying Cybertron, shooting beams out of his mouth, and he's got all these weird combiner parts. He's literally the equivalent of Galactus from the Silver Surfer live-action movie, the Fantastic Four Silver Surfer, and basically, it's not great. It's just like, I hope they kind of clear up what the heck is going on at that point. But for right now, I'm kind of in the dark. Yeah, it was a crappy episode. It was not good at all. 6 was good. 7 is crap.
6 was good. And you know, another thing, too, is they gave the characters better lines in the last episode. This one, you only had a few. And, of course, I was upset because, again, Megatron had some of the best lines in this show. And pretty much all they've given him this week was it's like, hey, how many people remember the movie? Hey, wait, Prime, I still function. It's like, okay, there's no gravity to it. It's like, I just took that in for a of it. And I'm cool. No, the Megatron lines were better. Starscream's lines were better. He didn't really have anything this week. And yeah, so they're just missing on yet another part of the show that actually made it worthwhile by like not including something worth listening to, and just suffered for it overall. Yeah,
so there's not much to say. Episode 7 was thumbs down.
Yeah, maybe week 8 might wrap it up in a satisfying manner. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna be pretty disappointed if the answer to Starscream is just he implodes, you know, he's not able to control the power and he just kind of kills himself or something. I really hope they don't go for that cop-out. I hope there's actually, we got to go get this MacGuffin over here and we can come back and get him.
What I would like is if next episode they have Starscream yelling out for Kaneda! Tetsuo!
I don't know that reference.
Okay, that's a callback to the great Japanese animation Akira.
I kind of wish they had kept him in his like holographic Starscream form with the combiner limbs as limbs instead of turning into a cloud with a head.
Right.
Yeah. I think we're pretty much done. I think we're done talking about episode 7 unless you guys want to like pour more salt on it.
I don't want to cry more this evening, so let's move.
Bran, you good?
Yeah, I didn't hate as much as you guys, but it was fantastic.
Yeah. All right, next we got some exciting news. More leaks and rumors. Basically, the list of 50 figures that are coming out, which will be slightly different on the Hasbro release. So all the figures are coming, just Hasbro's going to change some of the names. First off, there's 2 sets coming out. The speed set, which will come with Leader Quick Switch, Voyager Star Convoy, Fastlane, Nautica, Cloudraker, and Tightmaster Thunderclap. The Strength set will come with the Leader Magnus Prime, which is supposedly the Diaclone repaint blue version of Optimus Prime, Voyager Tidal Wave, Iron Apex, Pounce, Wingspan, and Tightmaster is unknown at this point. But the whole list consists of, and get ready, if you want to fast forward, go and fast forward, but here we go. Topspin, Perceptor, Cliffjumper, Beachcomber, Huffer, Seaspray, Cosmos, Cup, Broadsides, Hubcap, Crosshairs, Fastlane, Cloudraker, Overlord, Double Cross, Grotesque, Chase, Freewing, Searchlight, Blitzwing, Gavolt. Sorry, Blitzwing, Gavolt, the same thing. Triptychon, Roar, Triptychon, Destroy!
Thank you, Brad Garrett.
Yes, thank you, Brad Garrett. Octane, 6-shot, or as he's in Hitman, 6-shot. Slugslinger, Slugslinger's here. Go get him, Trigger Happy. Battle Trap, Flywheels, his feet are too big. May Flywheels rest in peace. Pounce, Wingspan, the clones, Decepticon clones. RC, Predaking, Shockwave, Snapdragon, A-Face, Misfire, Getaway, Nightbeat, Hosehead, Quick Switch, Needle Nose, Sky Shadow, Nautica, Twin Twist, Tidal Wave, Deathsaurus, Abominus, Shocktacon, Ranger, God Bomber, and Tidal Wave again. Must have been a double listing accidentally. So in a sense, there is literally tons and tons of figures coming for Titan's Return. We're getting a lot of good stuff. A lot of these figures are from the Headmaster universe all the way to Power Masters, and I'm excited for it. Six Shot we know is coming. A Quick Switch was confirmed already. Double Cross and Grotesque is coming. That's going to be great. And Combiners are coming, unless they're just big figures with the name.
Sure about that?
But Predaking and Abominus, personally, Abominus is my favorite combiner, and I was waiting for them to do a decent rendition of him. And here Predaking's coming too. It's fantastic. I'm hoping they're not done with Combiner Wars aesthetics. I hope it's a new type of combiner aesthetic they use, maybe more traditional G1. But yeah, I'm excited. This list is fantastic, and I think I've gushed enough. Guys, what do you think about all these stuff that's coming?
I want it all, and I want it now. I can't wait. I'm curious though. Predaking and Abominus. I thought I'd heard a rumor that Predaking was going to be a redeco of TF Primes, maybe even leader class Predaking, which would be kind of disappointing. So I mean, I'd love to hold out hope that they're going to keep on with the Combiner Wars and release more sets that we haven't seen yet. But that far down the line, like that far separated from Combiner Wars, I don't know. I don't know if I would hold out hope for that. So it's probably going to be just some random weird looking monster figure for Abominus or something.
Well, I'm just excited for. I love the fact we're getting sets. Probably expensive as heck because let's see, you get a leader class, you got a Voyager, you have 3 Deluxes and a Titan Master. Unless one of those figures is a legend, which I'm guessing one of them is. Nope, they're Deluxes. So no Legends figure. Interesting. So they'll have a Titan Master, 3 Deluxes, a Voyager, and a leader class. That's a great set. And the best part is they're going to be new characters we don't have out yet. So that makes me double excited. And the strength set, you can get yourself a leader Magnus Prime, which probably is just a straight repaint with a new head, Power Master Optimus Prime, and Voyager Tidal Wave, which I still, in theory, it's Alpha Trion's remold. Look at his alt mold, people.
Really? I was really looking forward to Tidal Wave being a brand new, like, what Tidal Wave was.
Right.
Well, keep in mind, he's Voyager size. Tidal Wave, if I personally think they should have upsized him to leader, even maybe bigger, because that was kind of Tidal Wave's thing. He was a big, dumb, floating purple ship of death. And he talked. He was kind of like an Omega Supreme way. He'd always say his name, Tidal Wave, destroy, kind of like Bruticus and stuff like that. So I kind of dug that about Tidal Wave. He was a big, dumb, powerful robot. And then they turned him into Mirage and Energon, and I was like, what? And then he became smart. So that was entertaining. But all this stuff on the list is fantastic. And I think it's definitely something to look forward to. But until we get picks, we shouldn't talk about it too much because there's not much we can really talk about that. Hey, they're coming. So that's just good news. Looking forward to see if the New York Comic-Con will show anything, hopefully. And then, of course, February comes around, the Toy Fair, and we'll just have to see what happens.
Right, and those are 2 very big times for Transformers fans because we get a lot of information during those 2 conventions. I am very curious to see how they decide to market those 2 sets, the speed set and the strength set. I'm also thinking that they might just go, if we continue to get this, Combiner Wars style figures out of Predaking and Abominus, I'm thinking maybe we get the sets just like they do now with, we just got the Computron and we're going to have oh goodness, who is that guy with the Saurus? Lio Kaiser. Lio Kaiser comes soon. So, depending on how far down the line we go, it may not be too far removed from, actual Combiner Wars like figure coming out. I could see the sets coming out maybe every, 3 to 4 months or so, something like that.
Yeah, I can see that they're going to continue. I mean, Combiner Wars was successful. Titan Returns, I can tell you something. At least in my area, Titan Masters sell like hotcakes. I mean, Walmart got a huge amount, and I came back later that day because a friend was broke and he couldn't afford to, so I picked up 8-Face and Bran for him, and I went back and it was literally just maybe a third left. So those little guys are selling like crazy. At least in my area.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's a strong signal to Hasbro that, they tried something a little new and it's paying off. In my section, I have seen them sell out and I've seen them come back in stock and now they're kind of sitting. But it was just really nice to see that the first time that I was able to see like Wave 2 figures hit, that, once I saw them, like, well, I've got them, and I've got them coming to me, no big deal. I'll let them sell on the shelf. The next time I show up, they're gone. The next time after that, they're back. So, it looks like, they're selling briskly. And like I said, I hope this is a good measure for, the innovativeness that Hasbro has taken on this time around.
I love them. I'd love to see if we kind of switch gears from Headmasters to Power Masters, if the little small sets start taking that vibe where, you've got a little Power Master to go with a little vehicle instead of like a little Headmaster to go with a little vehicle. I'd love to see that, but I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm hoping when Overlord comes out, he comes with 2 Titan Masters in his chest, aka Power Masters. Because I think around the board, they're just going to call them Titan Masters, whether they're Headmasters or Target Masters or Power Masters, as a blanket for what the statement for what they're called, and I'm cool with that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But
I hope they don't go into Target Masters. That as a gimmick never really did it for me because there's not a lot of interactivity with the figure. So I hope we just stay head and power. No target.
Well, technically, they fuse kind of Target Master thing with the Titan Masters because they can fuse and fold up and attach to the peg to the guns. So, yeah, you can have them sitting, but some of them you can have them fold to actually look like the shape of the weapon.
Yeah, but they're not dedicated. Like that's you just fold it at the waist and it's a gun. Like it's not like that's not all it can do. It does more. That's what I'm hoping to stay away from.
Well, we'll find out very soon.
Oh,
in the last bit of news. Go ahead, Bran. What?
I said I want to know now.
Yeah, we all want to know now.
We all do, dude. Trust me. I wish Hasbro would just all of a sudden, okay, guys, here's all the pics of those leaks. Oh! Wait, what are you gonna do for Toy Fair? So, in the last bit of news, got a little third-party news. It was posted on Facebook, and apparently this new company, which is called Master Builder or Fans Hobby. I don't know. They have 2 names, one on each side. I don't know which is the series of the toy or whatnot. But they have their own version of Double Cross and Grotesque. Thoughts? And are you going to buy them?
Not for me. They look okay, but not a figure I'm going to go to a third party for. And you guys know, like, and those listening who don't know, I have something like 150 third-party figures. I have one entire bookcase just for them. I'm a little picky, and those just don't do it for me.
Yeah, and you need to be picky with third-party because, of course, you're spending more money than normal on it. Me, I agree with Bran that they do look nice. For me to really want to buy in on them, I need to see how they look compared to, some of the other figures that we already have. Third-party goes, all the way from really tall to really small, and I'm not really, you really can't tell what size these guys are going to be. The other thing is I don't really have a whole lot of memories of the monster bots. So it's not like, oh man, these are figures I absolutely have to have in my collection. And especially if it's something that, Hasbro Takara is about to give us at a, much more economically priced way, I might just hold off on it. But they do look nice from what has been shown so far. And, let's see what else they might have in store. And again, comparison picks are definitely something that you have to consider when you're buying, because people have their displays ready, or what they have in mind what they want to display, and if this is off by just a little bit, then there goes the market.
Yeah, and a big deciding factor for me with third party is, do I want to spend $150, $200 on something that Hasbro or Takara is going to give me? Masterpiece Shockwave is a great example. I have every single Masterpiece figure except for that one, because I had gotten Quake Wave, a year or two back, and I watched a couple of videos of the transformation of the Hasbro version, and it was just, in comparison, disappointing. And I already had what I felt was a great representation. So, if Hasbro's going to give me the figure, $20, I'll see you guys later. Sorry.
Right on. So, real quick, sum up, since we're pretty much the news is pretty much done, over with, kaput, beaten down with a wickery stick. Thoughts on Titans Return so far, guys?
I love it so much. It's so awesome.
Yeah, they're giving us what we need. It's these characters that we haven't seen in a more traditional sense. They have great gimmicks. It's even though people are getting some Titan fatigue right now, because everybody is getting a headmaster, including people who originally didn't have headmaster. It's working out really nice, and we're only, God, I want to say halfway through, and I know it's wrong. I mean, what, maybe a third through? I don't know, two waves. And knowing what figures are ready for this next wave, man. I mean, I'm waiting on Maraudonus. So it's hitting the marks it needs to for me. And for decent prices, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, me too. I even asked myself when Combiner Wars, where do they go from here? And I'm pleasantly surprised. And all I can say to Hasbro is shut up and take my money.
Yeah, Headmasters was always one of my favorite lines as a kid, and I never actually had any of them until I became an adult collector. So, working on that collection, and then now we've got this mass retail version, which just stepped up the quality, the posability, the interactiveness of the figures. It's just, the deluxes are just by and far the best. Power Master Prime was made for the mold. Ultra Magnus Combiner Wars, you were the second. You were not the original meant for that mold. The Legends guys, some of them are a little weak. Stripes, Ravage mold is kind of finicky, but I do like that they almost all turn into a tablet. Like, it's great. In fact, actually, they all do so far. The little guys are just awesome. I'm kind of irritated because I have Wave 2 complete, and I have 3 out of the 4 of Wave 1, and I can't remember the name of the one I don't have, but it's frustrating because you can't find the damn thing anywhere. So might have to just eBay that guy.
And Bran, you're not the only one with that issue. I mean, I guess those Wave 1 Titan Masters were kind of on a short run, because I know quite a few people who are like, hey, I'll catch them in stores, and they just haven't. And now Wave 2's already taken over. So
yeah.
Luck with that. If I could find one for you, I'd be happy to let you know. But yeah, you're not alone in this.
Well, I'm trying to remember which one I still need. I have Ape Face, I have Brawn, I have the Grimlock one.
Skytread?
Okay, so here we go.
Skytread is the one I'm missing.
Oh shoot, I could probably pick one up tomorrow.
Sweet.
You really want one, Bran?
Yeah, why not? Of course, the second you ship it, I'm going to find 5 of them. But that's why I usually don't like to get the retail figures through an online retailer, because, like, God, I don't know how many times now where, I'm like, all right, I really want this figure. I'm going to order it. I ordered it. The next day, you son of a bitch, why are you at Target?
So, Bran, just to go back, you're saying you're missing one of the figures from Wave 1, right?
Yeah. Skytread.
Well, no, Skytread is Wave 2.
Oh.
So,
Well,
Wave 1, you're looking at Nightbeat, Terrible, Crash Bash, and Loudmouth.
Okay, I have those 4.
Oh. So then you're
Then
missing...
you're set.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me step into my office. God,
Yeah.
this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you have 2,300 figures.
It's hard to keep track.
Honestly, I still have a bunch of loose figures boxed up because I just don't know where to put them. My wife keeps telling me, like, where are you going to put these? Somewhere.
Okay, I am missing a Decepticon. I have the Grimlock. I have Nightbeat, Brawn, Loudmouth, Ape-Face, Crash Bash, Terrible. Who's missing?
Clobber.
Skytread.
Clobbers. Which one's Skytread? What is it?
Flywheel.
Like?
So Skytread is the flywheels. Clobber is the Grimlock head.
Okay, Clobber I've got. So it is Skytread.
Yes.
Well, he should still be at retail. If you can't find it, you can't find it. But it's a lot easier, at least for something that's current, compared to the wave that's just
So
gone.
it is Wave 2, the one from Wave 2 I'm
Yes.
missing.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm still seeing a lot of Wave 2, so I just need to get, like, I guess maybe he's like the one in a case or something.
No, actually, he's not.
They're
There's
all
two.
even.
There's 8 in a box, and there's 2 each, even.
Well, son of a gun. I actually saw a second Ape-Face today I was tempted to pick up just because it's really ridiculously awesome.
I've been picking multiples of these guys, just so I don't have to worry about looking for them later down the road, like a year or 2 from now. Because Ape-Face is coming. Well, I have his head. His head will be different, but
Yeah, I should.
I'll have 2 Ape-Face heads, and which one I like better, I'll put on.
So that begs the question then, do we think we're going to see enough of these as full deluxes or better to warrant getting a second one for that instance?
Yes.
Oh no,
Okay.
it's. I mean, now we've had a lot of leaked reveals in the past few weeks, and that definitely goes to Tim's yes. These are coming out, and I remember originally they were pretty mum on. No, probably won't get a Nightbeat. You probably won't get a Brawn, and man, what are they gonna do with that Grimlock? If they have, because we haven't heard one yet.
I think we are getting
I'm here to tell you, I'm fairly confident we're going to get Grimlock, and Snapdragon will be the remold of Grimlock. Calling it right now. Right freaking now. Date it on this freaking podcast. September freaking 18, 2016. Simoleus Prime says Grimlock will be a freaking remold of the Voyager Snapdragon. And if I'm wrong, send me all your hate mail you want. But I bet you I'm not. So bring it on. Come at me, bro.
Toyboxawakens@gmail.com. Toyboxawakens@gmail.com.
Toyboxawakens@gmail.com. All right.
I can't wait for that dragon. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if it looks like a flower named Snapdragon. I'm done.
Well, we've reached close to the end of the podcast. Last thing we'll talk about is maybe we'll talk about our toy displays. Who would like to go first?
I'll let Necro go first because mine might take a minute.
Okay. Wow. So, sadly enough, I was the one that wrote in the suggestion that we should talk about toy displays, and mine for a while has just been this state of horrible flux where I just don't have enough shelving space and way too many figures, and they grow by the day. I used to have a masterpiece shelf, and it was mainly the Decepticon because I had all of the Jets, and they really do take up a whole shelf on their own. My goal would be as follows: masterpiece shelf for the Decepticons, one for the Autobots, or at least keep them separated. A more of a classics line, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with all these huge combiners. I mean, between third party and the official now, It's like I've got to pick one somewhere, and it's going to be rough for me to do. In my own head, I have this different line. It's like a neoclassics where a lot of the figures are taller and more in scale with each other, and that's just based off of all the third-party figures that have come out, and a lot of them, I think they work better as larger figures instead of, when classics originally came out, they were all pretty much deluxes and small. So I have several different scales to play with, but I know I have to, focus, and the focus for me has to be Masterpiece, and then from there, just kind of get around with whatever. And of course, there's like 2 shelves of Harley Quinn, one of Rey and Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion, and random comic book figure statues here and there. So it's a hodgepodge, and definitely a work in progress.
Right on. Sounds exciting. Thank you, Necro. And Bran, you said you needed a minute. Starting now, you got a minute.
Well, I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you guys want a sweeping, detailed tour of the spare bedroom that is my toy room, or just kind of a general overlay?
I don't know. 2,300 toys. I'm kind of scared.
Sure, but it won't be too bad. So, a long time ago, my wife realized that she didn't want bookcases of things in the bedroom. So I now have a spare bedroom, and it's all mine. And I'm running out of room. This is ridiculous. All right, so you walk in behind the door. The original the first three toy catalogs. I remember these from being a kid. I remember flipping one over, and you got Predaking, Galvatron, Devastator, Trypticon. I was just like, I'm like 7 or 8 years old. I'm just like, oh my God, it's geeking out. I wish I could have those. So I actually took each of these and I framed them in, I guess, like poster frames, whatever. One is the Autobot side, and one is the Decepticon side. So I have all 3 of those hanging, and I love how that came together. First bookshelf, the solitary bookshelf is the third party and specialty figures. This is where all the expensive shit is. I think I added it up one day. There's like $4,000. I have wrapping around. I got most of the G1 comics. I got the first 5 hung up on the wall, carded and bagged. Not too many MIFB or unsealed card stuff hanging. Just some cool ones that I like. The Mail Away Recon Ravage from the second movie. Got another one of those, cheap boxed. Drift from Generations, and a Silverbolt from Beast Wars. That like when that came out, like I bought that. Like I didn't go and buy it later. Like I had that damn thing for like 15 years now. First major bookcase on the wall, we've got all the Optimuses, Opti. Top shelf, you've got the Revenge of the Fallen series. I've got 4 of that leader class up there. I've got all the vinyl text, my 2 masterpiece shelves, like Necro. I had to split mine, one Autobot, one Decepticon, and the Autobot one's actually running out of space. G1 stuff, Headmaster, what the hell are those called? Goddamn, Pretenders. There we go, Pretenders. Micromasters. Moving on, Decepticon.
Doesn't know what he owns. His item is called, ladies and gentlemen, Bran.
Well, I'm looking at one of the cars. I'm like, what? Why is there a car on it? What are you? Oh, that's right. There's a robot in there. We got some Lego, some Kre-O stuff. We've got all the animated. Oh, God, I love the animated line. That animated line was the first line that I went all out. I went balls to the wall. I had to get every figure. No repaints, but just all the principal characters. Just every figure in that line is just gorgeous, true to the animation style. Love the small waist, large shoulder, the triangular torso, and they did it on the figures. That's just fantastic. Then we got movie stuff. We got Generations. We got classics. Oh, Beast Wars Neo. If anybody out there has never seen the Beast Wars Neo figures, they're actually pretty cool. I literally have a giraffe, penguin, a really demonic-looking bunny rabbit, a cobra, What else is down there? A little Nautilus. I got a swordfish, a mammoth. So actually some really cool looking figures from the Japanese Beast War Neo line. Most of that entire bookcase is actually Transformers Prime figures, which to date my favorite Transformers animated ever. And then we've got all the more recent stuff. We've got the Transformers RID stuff. We've got the Commander Wars. And I got 3 brand new empty shells for nothing but the sexy yes Tightaster. And then more new stuff. And then my little table, I have a 3-foot square table sitting on top of bookcases, little half bookcases. On top is where I put my big figures. So, like Necro was saying, mammoth third-party combiners that we're getting stand right alongside my 3 Fort Maxes, 2 G1s, or 1 G1, 1 Brave, the Titan Master, and then of course Metro like back there, Combiner Wars Devastator, and my G1 Goodness Scorponok, my Supreme Overlord, Triptychon, and Metro Pigs. So if our Titan War Triptychon ends up being anywhere near as big as we get is, I have no room on the table for that league. I don't know where I'm going to put them. All the problems I look forward to having. That's about it.
Wow. And that was the fast version.
Least we forget, hanging from the ceiling over the table are 2 Sky Strikers. One of them looks like Starscream, the other one looks like Jetfire, and I have in my hot little hand Power Glide. I lost my fishing string that I used to hang these guys, so he has not been hung up yet. But let's go.
One quick question, Bran. How many figures in your collection have you licked?
Have I licked? I don't think I've licked any. What are you doing with your toys?
It's something in the water where they lick it.
Ferguson, a lot of it in your water.
Yeah.
Well, all right. My toy displays, if you guys can see in the pics, I'll try to be as scripted as possible. I got an Autobot throw rug that I got from Target that they had for a limited time, and I looked out and got one for $20. I have tons of Titan class figures, and I have at this point 2 still in order. I have 6 Fortress Maximuses, 5 Titans Return and Legends. I have 4 Metroplexes, 1 SDC, 2 regular release, and 1 Japanese one. Regret getting this, not being able to get a second Japanese one in box. I have 2 Japanese Devastators and 1 U.S. Devastator, Titan class. So I have a lot of big bots in my collection. I'm all about the bigger, badder bot. I have giant, oversized Kre-O Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. That's 19 inches tall. Age of Extinction Grimlock. That's monstrously huge, 19 inches tall. I have an oversized Dark of the Moon Megatron, which Wei Zhang will soon replace that. That will be the spot for the Wei Zhang Megatron when that sucker comes out, because he's actually bigger than mine.
Oh, the figure looks so good.
And mine's huge. Mine's 7.5 inches tall. This one's probably going to be 18 to 19 inches if Wei Zhang decides to keep it as the current model they're using right now. I have tons of Prime figures, everything from Predacons. I have tons of Predaking. I have the blue one. I have the oversized Voyager, which I think is the best one in my opinion. I have the leader class one, the regular Voyager one. I have a Ripclaw. She's female, really. And she has a cool Dragonite mold. I have tons of stuff and totes because I literally don't have enough display room to put everything out there. I haven't cataloged my collection in a while, but it's huge. And those pictures I posted to show you guys is actually small. Is actually less than what I have now. I have tons of Titan Masters, 2 or 3 duplicates of each one. I got duplicates of wave 1 of I'm sorry. I got duplicates of Mindwipe. That's the only duplicate I have of Titans Returns Deluxe. I have all the Wave Voyagers except for Astro Chains. He's not out yet. No leader class yet. I have tons of Energon. I have tons of Transformers Cybertron figures. I have 3 to 4 Cybertron Optimus Primes now.
So
got animated.
I'll ask a question. Why do you have so many duplicates of figures, like 6 Fortress Maximus size? You know,
It's just, the weird thing is, the reason behind it's like I want to have one to maybe sell down the road, or just in case I break run, or just that cushion to feel like, okay, if something happens to this one I'm messing with, I have another one. But here's my problem. If that one breaks, I'll just buy another one because I can't stand another one. So I defeat my own purpose.
So that'll answer the question why you have 2. But what about the other 4?
Okay. 2 are Hasbro General Release. The third one is SDC exclusive. And the other 2 are Japanese Legend Fortress Maximus. And the 6th one is actually Encore Fortress Maximus. Before I put myself in debt many years ago, probably 10, 12 years ago, I had a G1 Fort Max, 3 Brave Maximuses, and I had basically 4 of every G1 toy. Put myself into debt, and literally starved myself. Don't do that, guys. A hobby should be fun, not a detriment, and not an obsession that it's going to hurt your health or make it so you can't enjoy life with friends and family. Collections are a hobby, and that's all they should be. If you can afford them, great. If you're not, don't worry about it. There'll be better ones down the road. It just keeps happening. That being said, Hasbro, where the heck is my Titan Return freaking Titan class Scorponok? And I want it with that prototype unreleased G2 colors as well as 3 paint. Ship it. Do it.
Well,
I bet
so on top of that, I have a lot of the new RAD. I have tons of Generations carded figures pinned to my wall. I have a couple Halo figures, mostly the NECA 18-inch Master Chief, which if you're a Halo fan, gotta get that guy. Built like a brick, super solid, super posable, beautiful detail. The honeycomb really pops on his visor. Gosh, what else? I'm trying to recall memory from my brain, scanning through my room. Gosh, I have alternators. I have Finaltech. I have, I even got Armada figures. Not too many, though. I have Jetfire because I still like that figure. And I have the Armada Prime cab, so I can always form them into their combined form. Though I did not get Overload. I hate that figure. Sorry, I just do.
I've got him sitting on my Prime shelf with Armada Jetfire riding big.
Yeah, I have a bunch of crossover Transformers. I'm probably one of the few person who actually owns 2 copies of the Star Destroyer Anakin Darth Vader Transformer. Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Knight. The cool thing is, the gimmicks is, if like he's Anakin, and then you switch it over so the helmet comes on, he says, "I'll never turn to the dark side." And you flip it over, and then like the helmet comes into place, and then he turns to the Darth Vader. It's kind of cool. It's a fun figure. If they would have added some heel spurs, if better pegs for the kibble to attach better places, to fold away better, the figure would have been more awesome. But it was designed by the Star Wars team, not the Hasbro toy design team. So keep that in mind. I still love I have a plethora of Darth Vader Star Destroyer Transformers. I was actually on eBay the other day looking for another one. Couldn't find one for a decent price, so I didn't buy. I have, I think, at least 8. I think I have at least about 8 of them. I have to count and check. I also have like 6 Primuses, 6 or 7. I have like 6 to 7 Unicrons. Everything from the Anniversary Edition to the Black Unicrons. I have 1 Black Unicron box and a Monocrons. Gosh, what else do I have? Bunch of accessories. Just tons of Generations. I have some Street Fighter and Ninja Gaiden figures. I don't have like 100% all Transformers. I do collect certain figures. But I think that's about... Oh, yeah, I got tons of movie Transformers. Tons of them. My collection's huge. It's huge. Oh, and I got 2 giant Master Chiefs. The one you can get at Toys R Us by Joy. I think it's Jake's Pacific. Yeah, yeah. They're 31 inches tall. I have two of them. Standing outside my French doors, guarding my room like sentinels. Oh, and I got two of those. I got that 5 foot tall or 4 foot tall Darth Vader figure with motion tracking. As you walk by, it says, "You will turn to the dog." It's kind of fun. It doesn't last forever. Unfortunately, it's on a timer, no matter if it's on demo or not. And I have the Stormtrooper one as well in my room. So, yeah. And then I got some metal tins of displays of the figures to put on walls, a lot of posters, a lot of stuff that I haven't even put up yet. A lot of loose duplicate figures. I literally had a friend of mine, we went through and says, okay, this is what you have on your wall. But we're going to put the duplicates and box them away. So whatever you see on the wall, I have more than one of.
I think you have a problem.
Huh?
I think you might have a problem.
Yeah. And sometimes I do give figures away to my family members, like my young nieces and nephews, if they really want one.
I'll be your nephew.
And I actually gave away a lot of Energon and some Beast Wars figures in Armada to my church a few years ago. It was for kids that parents couldn't afford Christmas presents and stuff. And so I gave them like mint sealed figures and stuff. So I made their day. A friend of mine came in and just told me, dude, you totally made their day, man. People usually bring like loose junk, but you just gave them nice stuff. So, yeah, it's Christmas, man. Everyone should enjoy it. So sometimes I do stuff like that depending on the situation. The only one I regret giving away was my Beast Wars Rampage.
That's an awesome figure.
Yeah. So I still have depth charge of the Universe depth charge and two blue original ones. One complete, one missing. I think one of his discs. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I think that's it. Besides all my masterpieces, got tons of them too. I have like 4 or 5 MP1 Optimus Primes. The animated one, the car one, the crappy repaint damaged one. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, and I got a nice 14-inch Darth Vader figure, which is pretty cool. Which is the way I roll. Bigger the better the bot.
All 14 inches.
All 14 inches. All right. So, well, that brings us to the end of our podcast. We'd like to thank you all for listening this week. I want to thank Bran and Necro for joining me. And I'd like to give a shout out to our missing action brethren, Soundwave, Zachamus Prime, No Less Kluby, Kimchi, Counterpunch, and of course, our founder, mazintotoro. So we'd like to thank our sponsors, which are ourselves, because we work hard to do this ourselves every week for you guys, so you can listen and enjoy and be a little entertained. Sometimes we'll make you laugh, sometimes we'll make you mad, but we probably won't make you cry. I'm Timotheus Prime, Beast and Beast.
Hey, everybody, this is Bran. Thanks for listening, and always enjoy Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity.
All right.
And this is Necro Oblivion. Thanks again. See you next week.
Bye now.